And here we go. The 2024 NBA Draft top 10 point guards. We got A.J. Johnson, the 6'4", 164-pound guard. He's super young, man. He's about 18, 19 years old. He can really pass the rock in the PNR on the fast break. He'll run your offense. I really liked at the combine how he snaked the PNR and he would kick to the roll, man. He wouldn't get sped up. He took on the challenge. He'd get in the lane and finish. And he can really shoot the rock, man. He can make tough shots. He can make deep shots. He can play defense, has a super long wingspan, 6'8". He's got handles. I love how he changes speeds, man. He'll stutter step you, left to right, cross you, pause, hesitate, go. I love it. But he needs to get more experience. He's super young, needs to put on some weight, get in the weight room, put on some muscle, and he needs to make sure he maintains focus throughout the entire game. He sometimes misses box outs, sometimes can overhandle, but he really does an excellent job at number 10. Coming in the number 9 spot, Tyler Kolek, the guard, 6'2", 197 pounds, ultra experienced senior. Averaged 15.3 points per game, 7.7 assists per game, shot 38% from the three-point line, and he is a PNR wizard. He is the maestro. He just commands everything on offense for your team. He's going to be able to contribute from day one. And a really interesting nugget that I was getting back to during the Purdue game, he finished over Zach Edey, one of the tallest, largest dinosaurs in this draft, multiple times with that strong left hand, man. He's got an uncanny knack to get in the lane. The thing about him is he may have limited upside. He may have already reached his peak, but is that peak good enough to run your second unit and even be a starter? His defense isn't great, and he doesn't get to the free throw line nearly enough. He's got to tighten up that pull-up jumper motion so he can get into his pull-up jumper quicker. But if these upsides outweigh the downsides for Tyler Kolek for sure. Where does he go? Number 8, Isaiah Collier, the box truck of a guard from USC. He's super young, man, only 19 years old, averaged 16.3 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, shot 34% from three. The big thing is he got to the foul line 5.5 times a game. That is huge. The question is going to be, can he live in the lane at his size in the NBA at the next level? Because he plays below the rim. He is not a above the rim guard. Is he going to create enough for you? He doesn't have the assist to turnover ratio that says he can. His point of attack defense is not great. And even though he gets to the free throw line a lot, he only shot 67% from the line. So how does his shooting translate at the next level? There's a lot of question marks to go with that upside, that bulldog toughness and mentality that he's going to give you every time that he's out on the floor. My other question is he creative enough in the pick and roll? And now we come in at number 7, Bub Carrington. Super young prospect, only 18 years old. He is a tough shot maker. Scored 13.8 points per game as a freshman, 4.1 assists, shot 32% from three, but that's usually because he was creating his shot and had to take some really tough shots in that Pitt Panther offense. His point of attack defense is excellent. He can chase around screens. I mean, he's just an all-around excellent defender. The question's at the next level, is he going to be able to finish in the lane? He only finished 41% in college from the field. His handles weren't great, and he needs to get a lot stronger. But that is something that you can take a chance on. He's such a good, tough shot maker, and he does create for your team. He doesn't make high-level reads in the PNR, usually just hitting that roll man or swinging the ball, how he gets most of his assists. And like I said, he isn't a great finisher in the lane, but he can finish with both hands. But will he be able to take the bump and the physicality? Those are the questions that are going to surround Bub Carrington. And coming in at number 6, we talk about shooting. We're talking Jared McCain from Duke, the 6'2", 203-pound guard. He's got tons of upside, man. He shot it at 41% from 3 in college, averaged 5 rebounds per game, 14.3 points per game, but only 1.9 assists. Now that's a little deceiving because they used him off the ball a lot at Duke. When he did have his on-ball P&R opportunities, he made the most of it. Really think his playmaking chops are going to be better than people realize. He doesn't really have a long wingspan, so he does struggle defensively, but he's very competitive defensively because he's stronger than you think. 203 pounds at his size is nothing to sneeze at. He's thickly built in the lower half, so he's able to hold up under pressure defensively more than people think, and he has more shot creation ability because of his great balance. Number 5, Rob Dillingham. He is electric. The lightning bolt out of Kentucky. 6'1", 164 pounds. Absolutely dynamic offensively. 15.2 points per game, 3.9 assists, and shot 44% from 3. He's super young as well, only 18. However, he is historically small. He only has a 6'3" wingspan. His hands are super small at about 8.5 inches, and that limits what he can do defensively on the defensive end. He doesn't really get to the free throw line a ton. He only got there 3.1 times a game. It's going to be a struggle for Rob on the defensive end at the next level, but he could also hit the jackpot with his dynamic scoring ability. And at number 4, we have Devin Carter, the rugged guard from Providence. 6'2", 193 pounds, and he is a relentless monster on the defensive end. He also drives the lane with reckless abandon. He averaged 19.7 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, and he has wingspan for days, a 6'9" wingspan, and that allows him to get to the free throw line 5.2 times per game. Now, my question is, how does that translate at the next level, only being 6'2"? Can he live in the lane? He's fast, but he doesn't really start well, doesn't change speeds well, and he doesn't make great decisions on the court all the time. He has a rough shooting form. It really starts down by his chin, so it's more like a push shot. He doesn't make great reads on the P&R in terms of quick and timely all the time. And his assist-to-turnover ratio for being a point guard in the NBA is rough. Is that defensive upside going to be worth it to go in the top 10 like he's projected to be in the top 10, top 12? I'm not so sure. I'm still skeptical as I was in the beginning of the season, but I like his attitude. Rolling in the number 3 spot, we have Nikola Topic, the 6'6" European sensation from Serbia. 203 pounds. But he's got a small wingspan, man. We were sold a 6'7" wingspan, but he's only got a really small wingspan compared to his height. It's like 6'5" or something like that. He has a negative wingspan. He's not great defensively. And does he shoot the three-point shot well enough? We're going to find out. But he's got uber upside. He's super young, and he has probably one of the best PG visions in the entire draft. And he's fearless going to the rim. He can create for himself and others, getting into the lane, dishing, running the P&R, running those pro-style offenses over in EuroLeague. It was something to see, man. He's a great player. Can he overcome those injuries that he's had that's plagued him in the last recent year? We'll find out. And then coming in at the number 2 spot is Reed Sheppard. 6'3", 182-pound guard. Has also one of the best PG visions in this entire draft, bar none. he's on par with Tyler Kolek and Nikola Topic. He averaged 12.5 points per game, shot an otherworldly 52% from 3 in college, averaged 2.5 steals per game, 4.1 rebounds per game. He's got a small wingspan and he's not really super strong. Doesn't get to the line a lot, only 2 times per game. So that's going to be something he needs to work on. But he is bouncy, athletic, and he can help your ball club in a multitude of ways. That's why he's my number 2 point guard in the entire draft. That PG vision is special. And at the number 1 spot, we have Stephon Castle, the 6'6", 210-pound point guard, according to himself. He's super young, man. He is a all-around athlete, a fluid mover at that size. He is a absolute lockdown defender. Can guard 1 through 4. He moves his feet around screens. He'll chase. He can give you great point of attack defense. Super versatile offensively and defensively. Makes excellent reads. He has an excellent handle for his size. And he's got a 6'9" wingspan. He only played 27 minutes per game because that UConn team was loaded. He shot 27% from 3. I think there's more meat on that bone for him to improve. And he only got to the line 3.5 times per game. One thing you cannot doubt is the championship pedigree. But that is my list, my top 10 point guards in the 2024 NBA draft. Take a picture of it if you want to share it with your friends. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.